Welcome back to The Traveling Man, everyone. Today's episode brings me to a place called Old Town, Ohio, directly in between Xenia and Yellow Springs, right off of, I believe, we're off of 68. And behind me is Ohio's newest state park. Yep, newest state park. It's a very, very weird one, and we're going to check it out because this area really doesn't have the land for a proper traditional state park. So I was passing down the main road one day when I saw them building this, and I was just like, what are they doing? This looks really fancy. And you can see here, this is the brand new sign for the park. And this is the building. I don't know if it's open today. This is supposed to be, apparently there was some ancient Native American tribe that settled here, and they had a village, and this is supposed to be all about their village. So unfortunately, I picked the one day out of the week that they're closed. I'm here on a Tuesday, so I'll have to come back to check out the indoor portion of this park. But crazy old ladies joining us on this adventure. This is, I know, this is such a weird park, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird. I don't see how they call it a state park unless the state owns it.
Well, yes, the state does own it.
That would make sense. But the building is incredible. I'd love a house like this in this style.
Yeah, that's really cool. This is supposed to be designed, from what I understand, designed after some of the architecture of the original native tribes and some of their huts. So it's supposed to draw inspiration from that, but they've got this big statue here, and this says Tecumseh. So you can, any of these signs, if you want to read them, you can just pause the video. So the reason that I say this is weird as a state park is because you can see like the farm buildings back there, and over there that's a field where someone's planted crops, and it's just like, where are they going to have a proper state park? But apparently there's a trail that goes back to the Little Miami River, which is way back over there, and you can learn all about the tribes that used to inhabit the area. And this just looks really cool. It's a cool concept, and I'm glad that they did it.
Feel free to pause the video at any point if you'd like to read any of the signs, but I'm going to do my best to give you kind of a condensed version as to the history behind this land and the native tribes that once inhabited it and what this museum is all about. Or do you even call this a museum because it's labeled as a state park, even though it's more museum-oriented?
Old Chillicothe. We are quite a ways from Chillicothe, at least an hour away.
There's a big sign.
And this is apparently the original sign for Old Chillicothe. Interesting. So yeah, this was the location that Daniel Boone, he was captured in Kentucky and then brought up here to Ohio and was held captive, from what I understand.
By the Shawnees. They held him captive in 1778.
So since the visitor center is closed today, I'm actually going to take you on a journey down the main trail to go check out the Little Miami River and all the signs and stuff along the way talking about the native tribes that once inhabited the land. So we're here at the Blackfish Trail. You can see here is a map of the park. It's just very weird. Well, on a summer day, this probably isn't a hike that you'd want to do because we're just out here in the middle of the open kind of like prairie fields here, and it's very sunny and hot. But they do have some picnic tables over here if you want to stop to, grab some food. But this is the Blackfish Trail that we're on. I'm trying to get rid of that glare, but I don't think I can. Sorry about that. It's just from the sun. Yeah, I probably would have liked to see at least some trees here so that while you're picnicking, you're not out in the blazing sun. But on a cooler day, it would be completely lovely to just kind of sit out here and have a lunch. Wow, this is actually kind of a cool view from up here. Kind of look down over the valley. So along the trail, I've noticed they've got these giant rocks here that you can sit on if you get tired and need to take a break. But I also noticed this plant, which looks really crazy. I'm sure it's probably poisonous, and I'm sure someone out there will tell me exactly what it is. But it looks like some kind of berries. Okay, so other than this trail being just blazing hot because of the sun beating down on me, I've noticed there's a lot of dragonflies and butterflies and just wildlife in general that's out here. Maybe it's just the time of the year. It's kind of toward, and it's the beginning of September, and it's like around 75 degrees right now. So, but there's all kinds of wildflowers and stuff too, like these that are back here. I'll get a close-up of them. I have never seen these, and they're obviously native to Ohio, but look at them. But then here's one that's open. There's one down here that's open. All right, now heading on to the Tecumseh Preserve Trail, which should lead back toward the Little Miami River. This looks like we're getting into some marshy area back here. Oh wow, I didn't even know this existed back here. Quite a bit of different wildflowers too. They're gorgeous. I love this purple stuff. I'm guessing that this is, whoops, sorry, I fell in a hole. I'm guessing that this is for when the area kind of gets flooded so that you'll be able to still cross through here. Right, we're heading off into the forest, the woods, or whatever you'd like to call it. Looks like we might have made it up to the river. Yep, this is the Little Miami River, the very same river that passes right behind Kings Island and right past my house. Of course, way further south of here. It's a lot wider up by where I live. And of course, we haven't had a lot of rain lately, so the levels are fairly low. I don't think you'd be getting too many boats down that. It's really shallow. All right, guys, I finally made it back to the Great Council State Park on a day when we can actually go inside the building and check out all that it has to offer. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, everyone, rejoice because Crazy Old Lady actually made it to this video. And there's not going to be a whole lot more of them because walking is
really hard.
Yep.
Really, really hard anymore.
So, enjoy every little moment that you get to see the Crazy Old Lady, because I know you guys really enjoy seeing her in the videos.
Yeah, Crazy Old Lady is hurting so bad, I forgot to say, let's do it!
Yeah! Let's do it!
So welcome back to my second trip to the Great Council State Park, where we'll actually get to go inside and check out the visitor center and museum. So I'm going to leave you here with my awesome tour guide to tell you all about the natives that once inhabited these lands.
Welcome to the Great Council State Park Interpretive Center. Founded on the site of the Shawnee village of Old Chillicothe, this park celebrates and honors the history of the Native Americans and Europeans that once inhabited the region. While visiting, be sure to browse the many items they have for sale over in their gift shop. This is also where you'll find the information desk if you have any questions during your visit.
Oh, look at this, they've got
Braiding sweetgrass.
bead kits, that's pretty cool. And then they've got corn husk doll kits.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool. Wow, here's a map of all the different state parks. I've always kind of wanted to go through like Ohio or Michigan and just visit every single state park. But that would be a huge task.
The highlight of the park is the 12,000 square foot interpretive center that was modeled after a historic Shawnee longhouse. It features historic displays, a living stream, gift shop, gallery spaces, and even a theater. Western Ohio is full of history from the earliest days of human activity in the archaeological cultures known as Hopewell and Adena to the tumultuous story of colonization that led to tribal removal. People have found stone tools and other items in this region that date back to more than 15,000 years ago. These discoveries teach us about the ancient connections between the tribes and this land. Connection continued as the Shawnee and other tribes flourished in the region. Old Chillicothe was a vibrant Shawnee town founded in the 1770s and led by Chief Blackfish. Home to over 1,000 residents, the town was well positioned to be a base for raids against the European settlers in nearby Kentucky. The people living in the town relied on the Little Miami River for transportation and sustenance. They farmed corn, beans, squash, melons, sunflowers, fruit trees, and more. Hunting local game fortified their diets with meat. Daniel Boone was captured in February of 1778 and lived in Old Chillicothe as part of Blackfish's family until he fled months later in June. Simon Kenton was also held at Old Chillicothe and made to run the gauntlet multiple times as punishment for his crimes against the Shawnee. In 1779, General Benjamin Logan attacked Old Chillicothe but encountered strong resistance. While the militia was unable to completely capture the town, it did significant damage to the settlement and mortally wounded Chief Blackfish. The town was ultimately evacuated by its inhabitants in 1780 before it was destroyed by another militia expedition by General George Rogers Clark. Settlers established a permanent presence in the area by 1797, and the village evolved into Old Town by 1812 to 1815. A school in the village later became the site of the Tecumseh Motel. Now, Great Council State Park stands to pay homage to the Native American and European settlers that came before. Here on the second level, you can learn more about the tribes and settlers of the area, as well as get a great view of the park from the second level balcony.
Well, that was one of the coolest but weirdest state parks I've ever been to, because most state parks have like a little tiny visitor center or sometimes nature center, but they're never all that interesting, and you spend a minute or two in it and then that's about it. This one was very good. I was going to say interactive, but that's the wrong word. It was immersive. That's what I meant to say. It was very immersive, and you got all kinds of information about the local area.
There were 3 levels to it also.
Well, I only counted 2, but the elevator had a lower level, an LL, so I was just like, I wonder where that goes. It didn't seem to take me anywhere, though, so I don't know.
But it is wheelchair accessible, which is a good thing. They've got elevators and stuff, so.
Thoughts on the museum, the state park?
It's really cool because if you go to the back of the museum outside, that's where Old Town used to be. And it was a settlement, an Native Indian settlement. The museum was incredible. It was absolutely beautiful. It's so worth coming to.
Yeah, so I know we only kind of took a brief look, and you didn't get to read really all the signs, so I encourage you to come here if you're traveling through the area, or maybe if you live near here, to Ohio's newest state park and experience it for yourself. That's yes.
I don't mean to interrupt, but it's F-R-E-E for read.
Yes, stupid motorcycle, go away. Like, comment, subscribe, support my work by joining one of the channel memberships that are on screen or in the description box below, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.